Oh shit! It's that time again! I'm a little bit hyper apparently. I seem to be in and out. I blame sweet potatoes. Delicious, delicious sweet potato fries have put me in one of those moods. Hooray!
I guess you can blame it on being bipolar, I suppose.
Sorry?
You can blame it on being bipolar, I suppose.
I could, but I don't want to. I want to blame it on the delicious dinner you cooked for me.
You're welcome.
Yes, I am back. I am back. Again. Hello.
Nathan has been extra complimentary to like my dinner because I'm having a shitty day.
No, I'm being complimentary to your dinner because it was fucking delicious.
You cooked the pork yourself.
So, you prepared the pork with its delicious spiced herby coatings. All I did was make it hot. You prepared it.
It was paprika, garlic, salt, and what else was it? Oh yeah, pepper. Like the mixed peppercorns. So
Yeah, we got some mixed peppers. Yes. Mixed peppercorns. But yes, as you can probably tell, my beloved, wonderful future wife is with me. As is our little puppy, who is looking like she might finally be settling down.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, her walk was quite limited this evening because of the weather being as it is, but hey, that's how it is over here at the moment. The weather is fucking unpredictable.
Yeah, I just stood in the doorway to the flat and she was just like walking around under the lead. She was just like, why are you coming? I was like, because it's fucking wet, as you can see, and it's pissing it down.
Luckily, she's got a very long lead and plenty of space with which to run around in, so even by standing in the doorway, she can still get a good bit of exercise.
But eventually she just came back in and was like, yeah, I'm done. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought you would be.
Yes, she's also very small and has very thin fur, so she felt all those raindrops, I am sure.
Yeah.
But yes, coming off of the amazing victory of last week's stream. Sorry, double victory. I'm not going to let that one go because that was too exciting for me. Although Paige missed it, unfortunately, but it's fine. I'm sure I can find a highlight that I can force her to watch over and over again. Maybe I'll project it against the roof or something. Who knows? But yes, following up on that, we are back in with the usual funsies of the normal story, I think, for now. But first, most importantly, Minion Roulette. Who do you think is going to show up on the Minion Roulette today? Let's find out. It's the beady eye. Oh, he's so cute. Look at him go. It's suspicious. He's looking around. Hell yeah. Hello. He shall be our companion for today. Excuse me. Let's see. Now we're here talking to a whisk. Ah, yes, we are on the road to finding Titan. Fighting Titan. Whisket would first like to verify that you are not a complete fraud. Well, that's me fucked. I have no idea what voice I gave this guy before, so Master Gekiruju's requests could be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want a large, slimy creature anywhere near his lands. Hey! The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. I like to be lured out with herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. I do like a leg too. No comment on that one. What have we got?
Yeah, it's not really painful.
Hmm?
I'm reading some not painful.
That's fine. You didn't see me staring at your legs. Wee.
Not much of them, sure.
I love them. My favorite legs.
Peanuts are my favorite.
Aw,
The tweaks.
they are though.
Long tweaks.
She has about 76 of them, and they all have about 14 knees each. They're just long and spindly, and they flop all over the place.
When she's like curled up with like her legs like all curled and so she looks like an eldritch monster.
Yeah, she's like an octopus made out of connects.
Yeah. That's funny. But very cute though.
We have put a fish on the beach where one ordinarily would not find a fish. Oh, it's a frog. Hello, frog. Let's remember how to play the game. I actually have not played this since last Tuesday, which is a shock. I got too into playing Resident Evil 7 again over the weekend. I beat it about 4 times. In the middle of a trophy hunt. So yes. I might have to start streaming some shit like that sometime, you know, just because I'm doing it. Might as well make it a thing. No speedrunner, but it was a good laugh. Just gotta work on the Madhouse stuff now. I am just rambling about Resident Evil 7. I could do this for days. Do love that game. Not as much as this game, but you know how it goes. Hello, Whiskate. Here's your frog. Did you deal with the Nix? That looks like a chicken leg. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Ah, yes. Anyway, now that the pointless busywork is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. He was, of course, referring to the dude from last week, as I'm sure you all remember. All of you, Osel. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future. Master Gegeruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gegeruju desires can be easily purchased. Out of touch. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Burgle, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable, I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak to Landinel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. I think we upset him a little bit. That's okay, grumpy old fuck. We'll go away and do something else. Oh, good. Have I not unlocked the Hunt clan board. I should do that. There he is. Do you require assistance, adventurer? Nice earrings. So, this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Burgle. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you with it? Ha! You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Thank you for the random glamour prism. Didn't need it, but it's cool. Or do I? Let me be clear. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. Then why is she listening, See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. That does not sound like fun to me. Psychopath. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Detto here being a rare exception. So you do acknowledge that she exists. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am not seen as a model citizen. Not that I am seen as a model citizen, that's completely opposite of what he said. With no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. And also shaving. You seem to have given up partway through shaving. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heavens pillar. Excuse me? Well, what are you waiting for? These are perfectly good adamantoise egg in the nest to the east of here, just right for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. Ha 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 ha. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Burgle. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. Well, fuck you, dude. That's all I've got to say to that. You're rude, uncouth, and not very friendly. But it's fine. As I recall, last time I came here, I was constantly getting my ass kicked. But I am now strong enough to be able to hold my own. Adamantoise egg. It's very small compared to how big they get. Oh, fuck! Yeah. My Tommy Hawk. Oh no, Stroper's after me as well. Shit. Wait, where's Mayo gone? Mayonnaise, where are you? Get this egg. We'll call Mayonnaise back. There he is. He's Mayo. He good boy.
Did they know why you called the boys ketchup?
I think I mentioned it, but I don't recall for sure. Would you like to explain? Basically, we have always wanted to get a pair of birds, like some little cockatiels or lories or something. But we're not, because of my mum's terrible fear of birds. And we'd always decided that if we got a pair, we would call them Ketchup and Mayo. And so that's why my burbs are called Ketchup and Mayo. I thought you might have a good sense to leave this place, but your continued presence, I take it... Now, by your continued presence, I take it you intend to preserve to the bitter end? Have your fucking egg, you weirdo. Ah ha ha ha! Such bravery, such recklessness. This will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Fenland. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uotu Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Burgle. You're just making this shit up now, aren't you? Oh, I haven't gone there yet. Interesting. Too little Alamigo. I'm gonna take you for a ride. That's what Mayo says to me. I'm gonna take you for a ride. He a good boy. And she a good girl. She's sleeping. So, have you all been? I know you're always very quiet on that front whenever I ask this question, but I like to know. I'm an inquisitive sort. Don't want this to feel like a one-sided relationship. I care about you every bit as much as you care about me. Which will say something if you don't. Oh, fuck. This guy is actually quite strong. I don't think I think I fucked up. Nope, cannot do it. Fuck! Oh no! Damn it. Yes, I'll transport back to Limsala Minsa lower decks. Oh my god, it's a party here. There are so many people. Do this the cheaper way, because it costs a fortune to keep zipping back and forth. Ah, fuck it, no, I'm not. So I stand by my decisions to ignore myself. 503? Jesus. Come on, Mayo. Let us not hang around. Fuck about. Fork between my teeth. It's gonna bother me now. Do not stop to talk to the locals. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. Only run. Schlafensplouch. That's a name. Don't mind us. We're just passing through. I am deeply repressing the urge to say we can't stop here. This is back then. But it's okay. I won't say it. Because I have self-control. That was a wonderful little jingle. I'm so glad it happened. Pretty bird. Oh shit. Ah.
He just popped out like a
Hello.
You know the gardening thing, little creep.
Oh, I missed it. Ranger of the Drake. I made it. I survived. No, you cannot help me with a port truck. Allow me to try that again. No, you cannot help me with a chocobo porter, for I got here of my own steam. But I will always talk to you because I hate having those symbols hanging around for no reason. Oh wow, he is a gruff-looking dude. State your business, adventurer. Ha ha ha! So this is the one Whiskate sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. I'm assuming that's supposed to be a receive. A rolled R. A rolled R. Savage aim, direct hit. Uadnun wants you to hunt the most dangerous game. Man? Persistent bugger. Well, very well. Let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that, and you did manage to obtain that adamantoise egg. However, there is naught more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am none. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills. Instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes... I do not like this guy speaking pattern. That is why I claim my position, and it is why I still hold it. And it is why I will not help you improve and well. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. I'm glad that my BDI is having so much fun and ignoring this dude. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve the riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. So far, I don't like any of these people. And they are meanie pants. Meanie pantses. Still, I like that they managed to shoehorn a desert into this. It's quite nice. Reminds me of a certain island. If you know, you know. If you don't, I just made weird noises for no reason. Oh, fuck. Arrakis spice. The spice must flow. So weird to see a joke about walk backwards. Use this spear on the desert. See what happens. Hide behind this knee-high rock. The perfect prey. Am I a warrior now? I would be if I was close enough to actually fight. Stone Spike Tanadga. Amalja is dead. Lie in wait for the Amalja veteran. Do I need to bring his leg with me as well? It's a pretty beefy leg. Oh wait, no, his necklace. Duh. Why would I have to take his leg? That's silly. What a lovely night, though. I rode through the desert on a burp with no name. Can't wait to get out of the rain. In the desert, you don't remember your name. I know I butchered that. I don't care. We're back. I've got an Amalja neck for you. And still being haunted by battle music. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? I assume so. 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear, it belonged to one of his brothers. I knew he spied it from I knew when he spied it from afar he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Ah, a steel cuirass. That's what I want. Or is it? Now I will take that. Thank you. I would like to put on my new jacket now. Oh, I look so spiffy. Look at me. So spiffy.
You know, something I realized is that I've read a lot of horror recently, and I don't know why.
Because spoopy season.
It's not though.
It's spoopy season.
Although, to be honest, I consider summer to be spooky season.
You will have to explain.
Because I read it, and that is a summer book.
Yeah?
And I read it when it was hot as fuck, and I was like so fucking like sweaty and everything. I'm like, it is, for some reason, it just added a lot to the experience rather than being like cold because it's cold weather like in October, November time. And for some reason, I just feel like summer is just more appropriate for her. I just feel like because the heat makes you so drowsy, typically speaking, and you're just so sweaty and tired, and you're probably not sleeping much at night because it's so hot, right? So a lot of people tend to be sleep deprived and frustrated, and probably like not feeling as if they're drinking enough water, even though they're chugging a lot of it, but just feel dehydrated regardless of how much they drink, because of how much they're sweating and they can't keep up with it.
Yeah, my balls do get sweaty.
And I just feel like, for like a horror situation, I feel like it makes more sense just because you would probably be less like aware of your surroundings and just too tired to really think of like your own safety a lot more, you know? So maybe it's more of a thing that's like, yeah, it makes sense because everyone's hot and tired and can't be bothered with anything.
Knees weak, palms are sweaty after all.
And like, when it's winter, you're a lot more aware of your safety, like trying to keep warm, but also like keep on the go and like keep yourself warm and you know, dry and everything. But I feel like you're just more aware of your surroundings just because you don't want to be out in the cold and stuff, so you're more likely to stay inside. So I feel like with summer and stuff, you're just like less on guard for things in general and aren't as really aware of like stuff being weird. Like maybe you're just gonna think, oh, it's just because it's hot and I'm so sleep deprived, I'm just seeing random shit, because it is a thing where you will hallucinate things after a while if you haven't slept that much recently in a few days, especially the older you are. So that's my stance on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's some logic there.
Yeah. I just felt like it was a lot more interesting to like read a horror book like in the middle of a heat wave. I just felt it was a lot more interesting that way, because cause during the heat wave when I did read it, I was actually sleep deprived and just exhausted, but I couldn't sleep because it was so hot constantly throughout the day and also the night. It just was like 25 degrees at night sometimes, and I was just fucking dying. And there was no breeze, and I was just like, okay, I'll just keep reading this then, I guess. And then, so I just felt like I was, like, hallucinating a lot of stuff, and I often felt like I was seeing things that were from the book, like, through the day and everything. So that was actually quite cool.
I blame the drugs. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. We have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on smaller creatures of the Sagolii. A freshly sorted angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where the Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. But yeah, I suppose I like to buy into the hype of autumn and Halloween and spooky season, so I tend to just read and play a lot more spooky shit during those months. In October, November time. Which I will be doing here, actually. I've got some ideas for things I want to do. I want to stream in spooky season. But I do like a good change of pace when you've got a good horror story set in the summer.
Yeah, like, the one I'm reading now is in summer because it's about this family who are taking a holiday to Tuscany, Italy. And so they're in this villa together. Like, it's a shit show because the family are so toxic, but like, everyone thinks really hot. Like, everyone's just, in the pool all the time, enjoying the pool. Well, they go out to places and stuff to look at like art, museums and things, but like, because it's so hot, everyone gets really tired. So I'm just like, yeah, like it's really effective in my opinion. I feel like it's just more interesting with like horror in summertime. I never thought I would say that, or that I would like prefer it to like winter or autumn kind of time, but I do think it's better, just in my preference, really.
I don't think of anything I've read recently has done like summertime stuff, because the Talisman is set in September, so it's end of summer. Like, everything's just starting to get grey and green. Nevernight obviously takes place in Fantasyland, where everything is different anyway, and over a longer period of time. I don't know.
Like, I get that everyone's all obsessed with like October and things, and November like being like spooky season and everything. I get it, obviously, because that's just what like when Halloween is. But I just feel like it's a bit underrated to have like horror in like hot months. Yeah, thank you. She made a little promise.
No.
You know that one that she does when she's because she's got a latent sticky.
All of them, or only like 60 odd of them?
The front.
So about 30 eggs. Dead worm. Wasn't that exciting, boys and girls? A bit of pork in my teeth. It's really bugging me. It is a euphemism for me being bugged by a bit of pork in my teeth. Oh. Oh no, shit's falling. Shit's falling. Oh god. Pay more attention. Ow, I found it. No, she is so cute.
She has to be in on everything. And so I'm tired. Oh, what are you doing? That's peanut.
Fixed. It's gone. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Welwick worm meat. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Burgle. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Whiskey. Worry not, you have my word he will receive it in the time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know naught of its location, the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Whiskey's encounter.
For the nonce.
For the nonce. Have you ever heard that phrase, for the nonce?
No.
Yeah. As in, like, for the time being.
I'm not thinking of that at all.
No, I know. But for the nonce, for the now, that kind of stuff.
I think there's a reason why people don't say for the nonce anymore. It's because what people typically know the other word for.
Yes. Hey, nonny, nonny. But hold a moment. Since you'll be meeting the captain again... Sorry, I was just cleaning my glasses. Since you'll be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. Gloves. Gonna put my new gloves on. They're lovely, I'm sure. Look at them, I'm so pretty right now. So serious, so pretty. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, sorry. She's still watching. Oudnun would like you to deliver a gift to Whiskate. The captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. I, Whiskate, was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert moulder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Burgle. Sure, whatever. We're not spending that much. Not again. Not when I'm so poor. She's sleepy. She could barely keep her eyes open. Teleport to low and I'll see ya. And then do us a run. It's a lovely day to stretch Mayo's legs. Not my own, of course. Not quite. Her eyes are like 95% closed. She's doing the thing where she was like, I must pay attention. Running through your flower beds, yo. Fuck your wheat. You can't see me, but I'm dancing. Well, I'm nodding my head from side to side because this is some very jaunty music, as I'm sure you're aware. Ooh. Yeah, let's join in on fate. Why not? We'll do something slightly different right now. Not the kickers. Careless whiskers. I like it. I love the names for quests in this game. Kill all of these people. Kill them before they can cause more trouble. I don't know why I'm trying to sing the trumpet part of that song when there are actual lyrics. Probably because I can't remember any of them right now and I'm trying to cover that fact up. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm. There you go. I kinda know. Just don't have my George Michael head on today. Feeling slightly less gay than usual. For the record, that was a serious statement, not an attempted slight against the game. You know, some days you just don't feel as gay. You know. You know. Hooray! That's right, I'm gonna run the last bit. Whee! Never noticed that big fish before. Oh, missed it. Can't decide if I would like to live on a raised platform town like this. Would you live on a raised platform town?
No, I wouldn't say I always found them kind of scary.
See, what I would love to live in, and I have always enjoyed this fantasy, is the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. Like, that shit was the fucking coolest to me. Like, every time that I ended up going to Florida, to Disneyland and all that, going to that in, was it Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom when they had it? One or the other. But I used to spend ages running around in the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. It's so fucking cool. Anyway, well met, Burgle. Landonell and both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Same thing that brought me there the other day? My favorite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. Now you have built but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Albanaut this time for it. Or not have to. Okay. Risky would like to tell you about the final ingredient needed for the banquet. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect the last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the Long Stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and our allies, your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozen Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Hell yeah, Brayflox's long stop. Shit's pretty cool. The things we do for cheese. I've just noticed that that's the name of the quest. And I've never felt a quest title so hard in my life. Because the things I do for cheese. Got in my way, burb. Where's the hurry, Ventra? Something happened over at the Gobble settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to go help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Ugh, still in first person. We're going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? Yes. Yes, I am. Take me all the way. Man. I love this place. Trees. Plants and shit. My kind of home. It's where I'm from. The trees and shit. Reminds me of some places near where I grew up. Obviously they weren't quite so tropical. But during the summer they could look like this. Lollipop amused. Tongueflux of whiskey will be reaching ears of Brayflux. Uplander is come for tasty, fresh gobby treats, yes?
I know the hot line.
Oh.
Because cosplay, there's a lot of like fake blood and like that.
Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chase Gobblefluck from Hopes. Gobblefluck needs goodly. Uplander give safety to Longstop for much hand lending. Hooray! Now, before I engage in that, I must quickly go pee. I will be right back. How do I... there we go. He was indeed a pretty hot TikToker. No longer feeling less gay anymore. Who would have thought?
It's hot as fuck here.
Open the window then.
It's raining.
Not that badly, and the window is designed to stop the rain from coming in.
Yeah, but it has come in before, because the one above the bed does that. It gets flat in there.
Well, then put up with it being what?
Turn the heat down.
It's not even on.
Is it?
No,
Why is it so hot?
because it's summer.
Oh,
That's why you gotta open the window.
fucking hell. These extra steps.
See, there's no lights on. That means there's no heating. Anyway, now we're waiting for that to happen.
Put some toast on here.
No, thank you. But enjoy you some toast. Maybe, while we're waiting for that, I should wait 50 seconds. Then I can go back and engage my next job quest. For it do be that time. The mountain that strides. Where am I right now? Here. I'm not attuned to that, so I better go up there first. Attuned to that one. Was it?
I think it was just like looking back at me when I was walking in here, like I was like she was worried or something. Like, what?
Because she was never going to dance again and guilty feet don't got no rhythm.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, John.
I didn't say it, George Michael said it.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm. I love you too. Ooh, let's hit. Come on, DPS. I know you're shocked that you've managed to get a hit, but come on. There we go. Hello. What you doing?
Everything you want in her pocket again.
No. Oh, yes. She has the weirdest pocket.
There's a skin between her legs, but it's like super skin.
Legs like a raw chicken. I'm nearly dead. Help me, healer, help me. Help. Please. Help. That's why I'm losing health. The healer fucked off. Toast. In this household, we love toast. Is good. Why would you not? Yeah. Probably should have, yes. I should probably have known, but we won't tell her that, shall we? I don't currently need a lance. Good.
Butter and honey, if anyone's wondering.
I was about to ask.
That's the best flavor combination I've ever felt.
Better even than butter and pate.
Oh.
So it's not the best flavor match.
Okay. If it's duck pate with orange, that is tied with it.
Duck pate. I say that like I'm mocking, but I was the one who bought it. So.
This was delicious.
It was though. Pate on toast is so good.
The butter as well.
Of course. Just to lube up the pate. Sorry, lube up the toast in preparation for the pate. Thank you, healer. I was getting very close. Do I not have the party list on? Weird. Just let that out. Small big stretch. She do big stretch.
I guess the cold air would feel nice on her butthole.
I'm sure it would. It would feel nice on my butthole too.
I used to do that when I was in school once. Like, when it was like a heat wave and I was coming home, I would put the fan on and slide back with my legs up because I was so sweaty. I was like, the cold air is nice.
Pretty sure everyone used to do that, and probably still does. And if you say you don't, you're probably lying or don't own a fan. Which means you're probably lying. Why are you lying? Stop lying. Get that.
Buy that fan and put it on your candles.
Get that fan on your bumhole. In this household, we support fans on your butthole. Is that why you sleep with the one on by the side of the bed in that particular location?
No, I just like it on my butt.
She has it on her bumhole when she sleeps.
I don't though.
She totally does. This is something very gross though.
What?
Are you sure you want me to?
Yeah, sure. Is it poop particles or something?
Not quite. Kind of. I was gonna say, oh, I know she does because I can smell it. You didn't have to hear that. Just know that. It was requested. It didn't have to be part of your daily word intake concept. Because of someone, you can now imagine that image. Not the image of Paige having the fan on her bumhole, but of me lying in bed smelling
So,
the fan on her bumhole.
why are you continuing? I was
Because
just gonna go, what the fuck, man?
the audience needs the imagery. I'm sure.
So glad you know the famous street.
Yeah, me too. Unless we can make that the reason why I go viral. Man talks about his girlfriend's smelly fan butthole. 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 Speaking of butthole. Oh, fuck, that's a dragon. It is actually a dragon, too. Fuck. Named Alatar. Eating cardboard. Oh, he's good. Bye-bye. I really enjoyed you in Disney's Dinosaur. There's a reference. Hey, I won a cavalry mask. How lovely. Gut gate. This healer is playing a risky game with my life. I'm not sure if I am a fan of it. Not in this house.
Did you actually send that email to the internet provider?
Yeah.
What did they say?
Nothing. Companies like that don't have time to acknowledge apologies. I should know. I work for such a company.
I'm surprised they didn't just shut up for it.
No, they don't do that.
Why?
Because, so, here's the thing. With companies like that, it's not a case of, like, shutting it off after the first time of being late paying anything. Because there's usually reasons, you know, like, if something's gone wrong in the household, or your boyfriend's an idiot and forgot to forward an email. You know, these things happen, so they're not going to, like, immediately jump on cancelling you straight away. They're happy to give you, like, a few chances.
Yeah, I mean, because we've been paying them since October of last year when we moved in.
I mean, their biggest concern was making sure we were paying the right bank account, which obviously we were.
That would explain why they didn't have the money, though, because I was like, yeah, because I didn't get it.
Which is fine. I was mostly concerned that maybe you paid the wrong one, but then obviously you were doing it sensibly.
Because they were just like, yeah, so, like, I think you're doing it into the wrong account because they don't have the money. They weren't, like, distrusting you and saying, yeah, you haven't paid us, why haven't you paid us? They were just like, I must have been a mistake because we know that you pay us.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the kind of company that they are.
Yeah.
Well, more reason to actually like them as a provider.
Yeah. Like, we get a really good deal on it.
Oh, hell.
Like, it's not the cheapest thing ever, but for, like, what you get, it's really good.
And we are paying for the lowest possible tier.
Yeah. Which is a lot of fucking info.
Hell, I'm able to do this.
Yeah, with no lag.
You can sit there watching TikToks, YouTube videos, and porn, and whatever else it is you do. And yeah.
Yeah, like, I could also download another game and that would still be fine. Whereas, like, before, it would just be super slow.
I have never been in a place with decent internet, so.
Me neither. Because it's the places I've always lived have always just been, like, not necessarily rural, but like sort of like semi-rural, you know. So it's like the signal isn't the best. Like, it's not like the worst, but it's spotty, so it's not consistent enough for you to get decent coverage each time, you know.
I used to live in the woods. The word coverage didn't exist where I was from, unless you meant tree coverage.
Yeah.
I just realised I had a squad of cat people at my beck and call.
I have lived in the middle of nowhere before, and it's not the best. Like, it's cool in theory, but it's like, with like modern society, it's not the best idea because if you're the sort of person that needs internet and stuff like that, it's not the best idea. The best idea would just be go semi-rural instead of like in the dead middle of nowhere, you know?
I got all the items. Ah, fuck, I'm so sorry I forgot to give a commendation. But I got commendations. So yay!
Like,
I am a mean fuck.
I think the best thing is to live like close enough to a place where you just like drive for like 10 minutes and come across like places with shops and stuff. Rather than like having to drive like an hour or 2 hours to find any sort of like other people and houses around, you know?
Well, that doesn't happen here, so at least that's not a problem.
Yeah, but just what I mean is that I wouldn't live somewhere that's like completely rural just because it's not really the sort of lifestyle I would enjoy.
Yeah, which is, again, lucky that you live in England where that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because at least you are never more than like half an hour away from the nearest place with people and shit.
I guess I was just thinking of New Zealand because there was a place where I lived in New Zealand once. Where it took like an hour, like to 2 hours to actually get into the town centre.
See, New Zealand definitely strikes me as the place where that would happen.
Yeah, like, it wasn't, I think that was the first time I lived somewhere like that. And it was also like a temporary living situation because we're just figuring out where we wanted to live at the time. And I wasn't enrolled in school at the time, I was like 15. But like, my granddad was doing like work and it was sort of like a temporary thing, but we needed to move because his commute was just way too much.
No shit.
So, we lived there for like a few months, I think, but it wasn't that great just because it took forever to get anywhere, and I was bored mostly. Like I had books and stuff, but again, like I was a library user back then, and because it took so long to get into town, I couldn't get books that often. So they usually had to last me a month, which wasn't great. I wasn't in school, so I had nothing else to do. So I was reading like fucking shitloads per month, but like I couldn't go back each week and get books, so I was bored most of the time. Like, I don't know, like a stack of like 30 books for that whole month when I had nothing else to do just wasn't enough. So.
Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobblethlock. Sorry, just jumping straight into it. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for thinky fight. Fighty think, sorry. Brayflock's happy gives tasty flesh gobble treats to clever Uplander. That was a sentence. No. Cheesy, stinky, sweet gobble treat. Special make with stinky gobble hearts. Gobble hearts. No party complete without gobble gouda. Gobble gouda. Brayflux every say. What? Good lord. I love you, Brayflux, but that was a sentence. Or was it 7 sentences? Things we do for cheese are unknown. The lengths we go for the cheese. Dung midge. Go over to the rainy seaside. Lovely bit of rainy seaside. I want to try some gobble cheese. Special. My nose is itchy. Why is my nose so itchy? Oh no. Drogo. Drongo.
Hey.
I love you too.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Very loving stream.
Yeah. You gotta do it. You gotta be able to show that you can by turns be deeply in love and also mildly horrified by bumhole smell. Oh, she fighting that one. She fighting it. I gather you solved Brayfrox's little problem. By the gods, that unholy stench! This is, definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Horrifying. No one wants to know. Oh yes. Got another orchestron roll. Hee hee. Shoes are useless. Gauntlets, not useless. Cavalry mask, also not useless. Hell yes. How pretty do I look now? Look at my lovely shiny white gloves. So cool. I'm such a cool guy. Anyway, talk to me, sir. What more do you need? Wishgate would like to congratulate you on a job well done. Bravo, Burgle. Thanks to you, our guests shall be honoured with a marvellous banquet. I'm sorry, Lollipop Amuse, is my chugro in the way? But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you are wondering, it is merely a ploy to test your patience. Oh, if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. Gotta go right back to where I was. Yuck, it's the worst kind of fetch quest.
I hate fetch quests. Unless I'm like collecting someone's puppy or kitten, and I was like, oh cool.
I'm collecting cheese and wine and shit.
But at least you can consume those. I like those.
No, I can't.
Oh.
They're for a party for some rich fucks.
Oh, that's nice. And you know it's like good cheese anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what the whole thing was all about.
Although some people are so stingy, like some rich people are so stingy that they just buy like the cheapest kind of cheese and wine. It's just like, yeah, this is decent.
Well, those are the kinds of rich people I want nothing to do with, because I'm a poor person and I will still buy the best cheese.
Yeah. Middle of the road cheese, I suppose.
I will buy some cheap wine, though, because...
I can never tell the difference between expensive wine and cheap wine anyway, so...
Oh, well, you've clearly never had expensive wine, then, because you can tell the difference.
I guess it's one of those things where I thought I could never tell the difference between a cheap suit and an expensive suit, but then I've looked at it and I was like, yeah, I can tell when you're wearing something that costs like £500 to buy. You know?
Yeah. Some things, like, genuinely do have, like... You can tell the value based on... Or you can tell how it's going to be because it's better. It does happen, unfortunately. Nice as it would be to be able to say, no, everything's good, doesn't matter what you have. There are some things that you just, like I said, if you drink a nice glass of expensive wine, you'll be like, okay, yeah, this is expensive wine.
Although, I feel like with most things, it's like you can get off just buying like something cheap or just like kind of in between, you know?
But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, that like, I always buy cheap wine, but I still like the cheap wine that I buy. Like, there's still some crap cheap wine that I won't bother with.
True.
But there are some good cheap wines too.
So question then.
Okay.
Is all expensive wine good?
No.
Well then, what's the point?
The point is that the ones that genuinely earn the right to be expensive do taste like they have earned the right to be expensive.
So like if it's been, whatever it is, like for like however many years then. I can't remember what the term was, what they do.
Yeah, I've forgotten the term now as well. Sometimes that like properly aged wine
Yeah, that's what I mean.
can, obviously if it's stored properly, because if you store it wrong, then it just gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Sweat, grime, and blood. I, you reek of blood, an adventurer, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? I like your glasses, nerd. A letter. An order, let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells of loam and perfume, Costa del Sol, and there is also the unmistakable odour of goblet cheese. Yes, Master Gagaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Dristwites and his crew must be quite... Oh. Dristwites and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast. Hence his decision to rely on adventure. But perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Shamani Lomani would like to discuss wine with you. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and Whiskey must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. None in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Burgle, who owns and operates the largest winery in Wilbrand. Somehow, I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, I'm sorry, we must needs beg his assistance. I elbowed the microphone, hence the probably huge spike in the sound just then. Oh good, at least I don't have to go far.
Peanut.
Fuck you.
Bitch.
What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion. I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte Vinter bid you speak with me, huh?
Well, she has the duck.
Neither
Like
you
the
nor your
original one.
the original deck. Oh. Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Fuck you too, sir. Piss on you. I mean, what? I take it he said no. Really? In those words? Well, I cannot say I am surprised. Giggling away. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. Wow, you're gearing that one up. Like a motorbike coming up a hill.
It's like the Joker.
What?
It's like the Joker.
And he just goes, ha 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 ha. It hurts to laugh. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I would guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced PP, a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. PP!
Peanut puppet!
Peanut, please stop.
Peanut!
Peanut. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Ahem. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. Jesus. But it is all too often said that the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Burgle to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine, and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumours that one of the vignerons tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Yep, that was the wrong button. Can I go through here? No! I'm trapped. It's fine. It's fine. Hello? Hello, I'm here to piss on your grapes. It's a euphemism, I swear. Bacchus wine? Bah, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements, and I never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. Damn. I know how you feel, brah. I've had mythical beasts blow up my house before. Peanut. I think she listened. I'm shocked. Jungabar. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. Never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Well, that was a waste of time. Oh, look, it's fine. I had a bottle shoved up my arse the whole time.
That sounds dangerous.
No luck. Most regrettable, but we had to try. People have been hospitalized for less.
Look at them bat ears.
Ah, but Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Hello, Peanut Wife, were you shivering down by my feet? Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a Vinter. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogumaro,
Yeah.
I fell in...
Can I have those biscuits? Those the malt ones?
Yes. Where was I? It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there's still so much in life I could experience. Even in my condition, it helped me to find a new direction in my life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. Shamani Lamane appears deep in thought. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favour I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Rest took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of wine making, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Rest sometimes works at Raincatcher Gully Docks, so perhaps Ritzglit can tell you where to find him.
It's so cute when it is when they...
Yeah, she's also vibrating.
Yeah. Oh, so cute. She munch.
She munch, she crunch, she full of haunch.
Just the vibrating is making...
It's very still because I can see her spine. And the muscles at the top that are just going... Rit Skilt. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit? Aye, I toss him a few gil when he needs an extra pair of hands. When we need an extra pair of hands. Doesn't talk about himself, but I'm sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to follow him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. I think that's what he said. Oh no, the big cat is coming for me. And another one. Oh, I'll take out the frog, why not? It was the Severed String, I got that right. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. What do you want?
Okay.
What wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? It's a suffering from extreme duress. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I'm not. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please, make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. I can deal with midges.
Want some more biscuits?
No, I'm afraid not.
We're not even that big packet?
No. That was the last lot. You have 2 boxes of cereal on the fridge. Why are the boxes still up there? But you had to go through the effort of putting them back up.
Can I have some of your cereal?
My cereal?
Yeah.
Sure. Cocoa Pops. Never forget the sound of Cocoa Pops falling into a bowl.
Something stinks in the fridge.
It's me.
Clean out the fridge.
You clean out the fridge. It's your turn.
Clean out the fucking fridge.
It's your turn.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It was your turn.
No, I did the cupboards.
Change the choice.
No, we didn't.
I was hoping you would forget about me doing about how you said you do the cupboards and I'll do the fridge.
Oh, fuck no, I'm not forgetting that. Genuinely just been leaving it in the hopes that I would just do it.
I was just but no, I actually was trying to like do it, but I always forget. And then by the time I remember, by the end of the day, I just don't have the willpower to do it.
I'll leave a note on the fridge for you tomorrow morning.
Okay. But no, I wasn't like that. Because that's not fair.
It certainly isn't. Just the way you're eating cereal and keeping Peanut at bay. Peanut.
Yeah.
No. Why would I be mad at you?
So like thinking that I was like waiting for you to do the fridge.
But you said you weren't, so
I know I wasn't.
why would I be angry about you?
Maybe you don't believe me.
Of course I believe you.
Okay. I know. She's vibrating to another dimension.
Yes. She will disappear into an alternate dimension soon. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country.
Why does this taste bad?
Probably because it's old.
Oh.
We were on a reconnaissance mission with the Maelstrom
Ugh.
caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, and the others, no one survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours.
It was so gross.
I didn't want to die.
I thought it was new.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. Just appears to be in greater control of his faculties. I wish to thank Shimani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please, take them to Shimani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to do...
Can I steal the picnic bar?
What?
Can I steal the picnic bar?
No,
Why?
because they're my lunch.
Fine.
Sorry. You don't like raisins anyway. better you make yourself that toast. Got a nice pesto in the cupboard now.
Yeah.
So Snickers bars, you can have one of those.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Oh no. Why am I running? Right at the chocobo. The birds is back. Shamani Lomani. It has been some time, Burgle. What news do you have from Drest? Ah, yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of my winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Drest and I, two men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it's past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Burgle. Shamani Lamani is brimming with glee. Ah, get a thingy. And he wishes to share the reason why with you. With thee. By the gods, Burgle, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odour. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of the Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what that means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Back we go again. At least I'm not beating on rocks this time. Back for another wander through the woods. Look at that bird fly. Say my name. Oh, I'll join in, why not? What is that thing? That's horrifying. The front or the back? I hope it's the front. Who even knows? Hell yeah. Just a little bit of casual murder. Murder. There's been a murder. Want to fly over this tree, but I cannot. Down to the stream I go. Was that a pube? Oh, hello again. What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gobu tracks though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you are looking for it, please be careful. Some gobus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. I have a feeling I'm going to definitely have to defend myself. I always have to defend myself. Mein Bruder Little John braucht das. Sorry, just reading chat again. Basti ist halt unzuverlässig. Typisch Basti. Oh, hello. Oh no, here we go. She gearing up. She's gearing up. Three, 2, 1. So you can see the cute expression she just gave me. Head tilted up. So to say, yes. You're shaking the whole chair, Peanut. How can something so small shake so much? And she stopped. And she started. No. Oh god. Somehow, someday, I'll find my way back to you. Oh, like what? What else was I supposed to do? I wasn't meant to come back here. Why are you standing on my arm like this? It makes playing video games difficult. C'est difficile. Yeah. Belly, 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 belly. I can stroke the belly. Hello, puppy. Ow, you stood on my beard. Yes, hello, puppy. I love you too. I've only lost half the screen to brown. Brown smelly fur. You smelly girl. She's so smelly. We love her. It's perfectly natural smell, don't worry. Yes, hello cutie. She has moved, but now she is standing on my right arm. And now she's gone. Hooray! What did Dressed have to say, Burgle? Tell me everything. Oh, music and everything. Aha! I was right. This smell, this texture I hold in my hands. A Bacchus grapevine cutting. Yeah. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard you talking of discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and novice vintner could... Vintner? What? 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Brewer. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across the Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label. This couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize it was never meant for me. It should have been savoured by the saviours of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gilliard will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Burgle. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Whisket. Man, I have gone so far off course. Well, yes. I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. I'm supposed to be fighting a giant god. Instead, I am saving a vineyard. It's amazing how far off course he goes sometimes. Sorry, I am late. First, I burned my toast, and then I had to become a Sailor Scout. Which is my way of saying I'm trying to defeat evil gods and save the world, but apparently wine is much more important. I think I know of a couple of people who would agree. Am I right? No? No, I'm not? Okay, fine. Well, it was an adventure either way, and we are all about adventures over here. Back to the beach. Can I defeat the Titan now, please? Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. A sort of the wine I asked you to bring. Is that 7 hells of 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Burgle. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Hello, Ishtola. Perhaps you could tell her the banquet is about to begin. And we have a level, and we got a new minion. Don't worry, Ishtola, I'll be over there to deal with you in a second, but first I must add Gubu to my favorites. time involved in the roulette. Ishtola is concerned for your well-being. You have the look of a man who has been to the seventh hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in his own honour, while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. So that he made me fucking run around and find wine and shit. Lady, your shoulder. Sir Sharkey. Okay. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. I may eat that man. Come now, he must have said something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Burgle has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you'll be so good as to enlighten him. Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense in hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. If even one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in their deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Burgle with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that is certain. That much is certain. He willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost him his life. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventures these days care only for fortune and glory. Burgle, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Wily Uplander is talentful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down from the Lord of Crags, Burgle Sharkey, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Okay. No PP. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends. For today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Burgle Sharkey, Titan's Bane. Burgle Sharkey, Titan's Bane. I like how they immediately assume I'm going to win. I mean, I'm going to, but it's nice of them to assume so. Bronze-skinned beauty. Okay. It's the dancing cat girl's time. I am not against this. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Well, okay. Exotic feast. Yes, give me food. Ew. The Clive Barker. Tasting the exotic treat feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Wow, that's quite a meal. Ah, I've just seen a message from you, Osul. My day has gone fine, thank you very much. Ending with a little bit of this, which I'm sure you will see in time. How's yours? I want you to answer both right now in my present time and in your present time. So make sure you remind yourself back in the past to answer my question when I've asked you. When you face a lot of crags, think not of Limsa Lominsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond this chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobbleflock cannot be coming to his rescue this time. Ah, Burgle, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Lanadel sends his regards. You're a veteran of countless battles, Burgle. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Can we go fight the giant man now, players? You are kind to indulge them, Burgle. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. You must speak with him again. Hooray! Hey, mouth speed is increased. Whiskey truly intends to tell you how you may face Titan this time. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenosia. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. Wow. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Well, I feel like that rain is signaling the right thing, because that was a hell of an adventure, wasn't it, boys and girls? I know we've been building up to it the whole time, but I'm afraid our time is over for today. Which means next week will finally be the grand fight with Titan. Okay. So, thank you so much for watching. And be ready for next time, when all the excitement will happen. Hooray! So, you will take care, and I will see you next time. Farewell, farewell.